Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a JC Wings Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner aircraft and their specialized Etihad Greenliner Livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Waffle Collectibles, and their website address is www.wafflecollectibles.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me to share with you some information about the history of Etihad Airways and how they actually came about. Etihad Airways is a Gulf carrier-based airline that was actually established as the second flag carrier airline of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, sometime in July 2003 by a royal decree that was issued by Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan and officially commenced operations on November 12, 2003, as Etihad Airways is considered the national flag carrier airline for the country of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. Etihad Airways is currently the fourth largest operating airline in the Middle East after Emirates, Qatar Airways, and Saudi Airlines respectively, as well as the second largest operating airline in the UAE after Emirates, which is based in Dubai, whereas the global headquarters of Etihad Airways is located in the Abu Dhabi city suburban area of Khalifa City, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located nearby on the grounds of Abu Dhabi International Airport, which is located approximately 19 miles east of the city center district section of Abu Dhabi City, which is also located in the Abu Dhabi City suburban area of Khalifa City. As of June 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Etihad Airways currently flies to 120 passenger and cargo destinations across the Middle East, Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, and North America from their global hub at Abu Dhabi International Airport in Abu Dhabi, with a mixed operating fleet of 85 aircraft that includes 39 Boeing 787s, in which 30 of those are the Boeing 787-9s, and the remaining 9 are the Boeing 787-10s, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 85 aircraft that currently operates in the Etihad fleet, the Gulf carrier also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 79 more aircraft, which includes 32 more Boeing 787s, in which 11 of those are the Boeing 787-9s, and the remaining 21 are the Boeing 787-10s. And those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of June 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Etihad Airways is one of 59 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. All right, let's take a look at the front of the box here. And what you see, the aircraft type, the Boeing 787-10, the Arabic inscripted writing, the Etihad title, the emblem in the background, the UAE emblem, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, and the Boeing official license product decal, as well as the 1/200 scale diecast aircraft model information, as well as the angular patterns you see there as well at the front of the box. All right, now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see is the UAE emblem, the Arabic inscripted writing, the Etihad titles, the JC Wings logo, the computer generated picture of aircraft from the width and the length perspective, the warning information, the aircraft type, as well as the specification concerning this particular aircraft type. You can pause and read all this information if you like, which I find very informative, but in the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, all right? All right, now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the aircraft type, Boeing 787-10, the UAE emblem, just Arabic inscripted writing, the Etihad title, as well as the 1/200 scale diecast aircraft model information you see at the top of the box. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box. It's pretty much the same information at the top of the box I just showed you earlier on, okay? All right, now you're looking at the nice looking metal model stand that actually came with the model, and at the bottom of the model stand you see the Arabic inscripted writing, the Etihad titles, the aircraft type, as well as the scale model information you see at the bottom of the model stand you see there. And then you come up this way, folks. You see that little black pattern there, folks? The sole purpose of that black pattern is that pad not only protects your model, it also prevents it from being damaged or scratched when you decide to put your aircraft model on this particular model stand, okay? All right, now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see inside that plastic bag are the actual gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. Features the two little toothpicks for these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, okay? All right, with all that information out of the way about the history of Etihad Airways and how they actually came about, plus all the details here at the front of the box, as well as the information at the back of the box, plus the actual model stand that came with the model, as well as the gear replacement doors featuring the two little toothpicks inside this plastic bag for this particular aircraft model. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone, the JC Wings Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft and their specialized Etihad Greenliner livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, first off, allow me to share with you some information about the Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft we're looking at here and how it actually became part of the fleet, which is coming a game changer for Etihad Airways. Etihad Airways became the second operator in the world of aviation after launch customer Singapore Airlines that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as Etihad Airways took delivery of its first of 30 Boeing 787-10s that Etihad Airways had previously placed orders for back on November 17, 2013 at the 2013 Dubai Air Show in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and received their very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number A6-BMA at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Boeing 787 Delivery Center facility in North Charleston, South Carolina on October 30, 2018. Then fast forward nearly 2 weeks later, and that's when Etihad's very first inaugural international flight on this particular aircraft actually took place, which was on November 12, 2018, which happens to be the same day that the Gulf carriers celebrated their 15th anniversary, as Etihad Airways officially began utilizing this aircraft on their Abu Dhabi to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia route, replacing the Boeing 787-9 that was previously utilized on this particular route, as the airline's entire fleet of Boeing 787-10s are currently operated and based exclusively out of the airline's global hub at Abu Dhabi International Airport in Abu Dhabi, as this aircraft is destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Abu Dhabi-based airline, as Etihad Airways will eventually become the second largest Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner operator after launch customer Singapore Airlines, after the Gulf carrier received its final Boeing 787-10 into its fleet, as this aircraft is currently being utilized on its short to long haul routes, as Etihad Airways became the first airline in the Middle East to operate the Boeing 787-10 into its fleet. Alright, now allow me to share with you some information about the specialized Etihad Greenliner livery scheme you see displayed on this aircraft. Etihad Airways officially collaborated with aircraft manufacturer Boeing and aircraft engine maker General Electric at the 2019 Dubai International Air Show in Dubai, United Arab Emirates on November 18, 2019, which eventually formed a strategic partnership which resulted in forming the Greenliner program. And the sole purpose of this particular program was to take on a new environmentally friendly project that would reduce the final cost of flying while assessing the environmental sustainability initiatives at the same time. And that's when Etihad Airways came up with this specialized livery scheme, which happens to be called the Etihad Greenliner Livery Scheme. This particular Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft actually received this specialized painted Greenliner livery scheme, which happens to be the Gulf carrier's 8th aircraft of this type, which bears the registration ship number A6-BMH, which happened to be this aircraft here, prior to it being delivered to Etihad Airways on January 21st, 2020 in North Charleston, South Carolina, as the blended colors of green, blue, and turquoise literally represents the importance of water in Arabic life and culture, which also symbolizes the blue sky, whereas the various angular patterns, which is actually displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, actually reflects the geometric scope of Abu Dhabi's modern-day architecture. The Etihad Airways designated Greenliner aircraft is actually an eco-environmentally themed Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft, which is similar to Boeing's Echo Demonstrator Program airplanes that also assist in researching as well as developing new green technologies and sustainable initiatives, as Etihad's guests and passengers will get an opportunity to see what the future of commercial air travel will eventually look like in the foreseeable future from a green, technological, as well as environmental and sustainable standpoint, as this was the only aircraft in Etihad's fleet that was actually painted in a specialized painted Etihad Greenliner livery scheme. So, with all that information out of the way about this particular aircraft, as well as how this livery scheme actually came about as Etihad collaborated with Boeing and General Electric, with no further ado, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out and let's begin. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft as usual, where you see the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number inside that nose gear door, front nose gear door that is, MH. You see the pitot tubes, you see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model review. But more importantly, by that L1 entrance door is the UAE flag decal right here. And that flag decal represents the country where Etihad Airways currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. And then you see the nice little slogan underneath the business class windows, from Abu Dhabi to the world slogan, which is this little slogan you see right here. And this is the current slogan of Etihad Airways, indicating that you will be able to fly to any destination in the world for Abu Dhabi. They used to fly to all 6 inhabited continents until 2016, so it's only fly to 5 inhabited continents. Okay? And now, right next to the Etihad Tower is the Etihad inscripted right in Arabic right here. And Etihad is actually pronounced as Al-Etihad in the Arabic language. And next to the Etihad inscripted right in Arabic is the Etihad billboard title, which is this title you see here. The word Etihad actually derives from the Arabic word, which literally means union, united, and unity. And then you see the emblem right over here, the UAE emblem right here. This is the official emblem of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, which consists of the golden falcon, better known as the Hawk of Quraysh, with the UAE flag and the 7 stars, which represents the 7 Emirates of the Federation of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft. What you're looking at now is underneath the wings, and underneath the wings you got a side visual view of the outer landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. But more important, you see these big massive engines here, featuring the engine cones right there, and the sawtooth pattern. The sole purpose of that sawtooth pattern, folks, is for noise reduction and help improve fuel efficiency at the same time on this particular aircraft. And these engines are the General Electric Gen X-1B turbofan type engines that are used on this particular Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft. Now, we're going to turn this aircraft model around. We're going to actually find out if the turbofan blades been on this aircraft. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side, featuring the engine strike/air deflectors there. Now, let's see if the fan blades been on this aircraft. Yes, they do. Perfect. Awesome. Then you see the inboard land light right there, the 3 little dots right there inside that little clear seal right there. Makes it more realistic and appealing. And you got a front visual view of the outer landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors. Alright, Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard / right side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strike / air deflectors you see there as well. And do the fan blades spin over here as well? Yes, they do. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing lights right there on this side of the aircraft, as well as the front visual view of the outer landing bogey gears, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors as well. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the partial registration ship number H, the power escape hatch door. I'll give you a better visual view of that detail later on. But you slide down this way, you see the front nose landing gear door, the landing gear lights inside of the front nose landing gear door, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. Okay. Now you're looking at the curve rate wingtip device here on the port / left side of the aircraft, featuring the red navigation light you see there as well. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the port / left side, where you see the AFT boat bin door right there. But right next to the registration ship numbers, that big old Dreamliner decal you see there as well. This particular state-of-the-art aircraft was officially given the name Dreamliner sometime back in July 2003 after a public naming competition was held for the 787, in which this aircraft was originally named, and was officially given the name of this particular aircraft, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft, sometime in January 2005. Alright, we're still at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and next to the Dreamliner decal is the actual registration ship number A6-BMH, which happened to be this registration ship number you're looking at here. Registration ship number A6-BMH. This aircraft is the 8th Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that officially entered the Etihad Airways fleet, as well as the only aircraft in Etihad's fleet that was actually painted in the specialized painted Etihad Greenliner Livery scheme. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 11, 2020, and was delivered to Etihad Airways 10 days later on January 21st, 2020. Alright, now you're looking at the tail fin of the aircraft, and I'm going to mention this again as you see the blended colors of green, blue, turquoise. Literally represents the importance of water in Arabic life and culture, which also symbolizes the blue sky, whereas the various angular patterns we see there on the tail fin is there as well, actually reflects the geometric scope of Abu Dhabi's modern day architecture. Okay. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you're looking at is the strobe light that sits between the horizontal stabilizer and the APU exhaust hole right there. And then more importantly, you're looking at the APU auxiliary power unit exhaust hole, and there is an actual hole here, as you can see here, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft from the rear view angle. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard / right side, where we're going to see the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number, the nose gear door on the side here as well, MH. See the pitot tubes, you see the radon nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. You see the Arabic inscripted writing, the Etihad inscripted writing, which literally means Al Etihad in the Arabic language. The Etihad titles, the from Abu Dhabi to the world slogan right there, the airline slogan, but it's also inscripted in Arabic there as well. The UAE emblem right there as well. And the front cargo container loading door you see there as well. Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft, and then you see the inboard land lights right there. And then you got a better view of the General Electric Gen X-1B turbofan type engines on this side of the aircraft right here, including the sawtooth pattern and the engine cone, very detailed, as well as the side vision view of the outer landing bogey gears you see on the side of the aircraft. That includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors as well. Alright, now you're looking at the curve rate wingtip device on this side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light you see next to this curve rate wingtip device as well. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you see is the rear cargo container loading door, the Dreamliner decal, the registration ship number, as well as the various colors that represents this Greenliner livery scheme, as I mentioned earlier, as well as the angular patterns as well you see on the tail fin of the aircraft. Alright, before I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view as well as the undercarriage belly view in full detail in its entirety, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. I'm going to let you check them out right now. Rolls pretty good. Alright. The gears tilt, as you can see there, and the front nose gear swivels as well, as you can see there, and there. But you got to be careful though, these gears are very sensitive, they can break off. So with that being said, let's check this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. Okay. Alright, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft as usual, where you see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the partial registration ship number above the cockpit windows, the letter H, the pilot escape hatch door, and then you come up this way, looking at the top, emergency escape hatch door number 1, the anti-collision beacon light, and then you see the Etihad titles on both sides, as well as the Arabic inscripted writing on both sides as well. Another high frequency antenna, and then that's the satellite communications antenna, including the UAE emblem on both sides. Emergency escape hatch door number 2. That's the Wi-Fi box antenna. Emergency escape hatch door number 3. Another high frequency antenna, as well as the vertical stabilizer known as the tail fin. And then you're looking at the horizontal stabilizer, including the black dot you see there and there as well. Those little black dots, everyone, are actually called illuminator lights, and the sole purpose of that illuminator light is to light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the engines and the wings from above. You see the engines there. See the top of the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the no step warning information on the wings. Includes the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the aerial bird's eye view of the rate curve wingtip device you see here. Now let's check out the engines over here. Yeah, on point. Top of the wings, no wing walkway on here either, but you got the no step warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the aerial bird's eye view of the curve rate wingtip device on this side here as well. Alright, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model. We're going to start at the front as usual. You see the radome nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the front nose landing gear door, the front nose landing gear, and then you slide up this way. You see the Etihad titles right as you see there, the anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the mouse stand goes in at. Then you slide up this way, another high frequency antenna. No APU housing doors. Okay. There's the horizontal stabilizers underneath. You see there as well. Now let's check out the gears. Little problem tilting, but that's okay. But you see the engines there, as well as the wings underneath, which includes the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the rate curve wingtip underneath you see here. Now let's check out the gears on this side. Still pretty good, okay. The engine's there, as well as the wings underneath, which includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the underneath view of the curved rate wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, since I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view as well as the undercarriage belly view in its entirety in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little model stand that you see there that came with the model that I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. All right, finally got this model on the stand, no problem, no hesitation. As you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position. I'm gonna let you check this model out as it rotates in a clockwise rotation, starting with the port side you're looking at here. Now you're looking at it from the tail cam angle. Now you're looking at it from the starboard side of the aircraft. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft. And back to the port side of the aircraft. All right, before I take this model off the stand, I got it at this angle for a reason. And the reason is the magnetic gears that actually came with this model. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them off and let you see what I'm talking about. Starting with the front nose landing gear first. As you see, that's magnetic. The outer bow gear on the port side, that's magnetic. And the outer bow gear on the starboard side, that's magnetic as well. So, since I got all the gears off this model, I'm gonna let you see this model at a different angle in flight mode position / gears up without the gears. Check it out. All right, now you're seeing this model without the gears. You see it being in flight mode / gears up position without the gears with the model displayed on the stand. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model. If you want to continue to display your model like this in flight mode position / gears up without the gears, that's fine. You see these little gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag I showed you earlier, featuring the little toothpick for these gear replacement doors. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, so you can substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you can do like I do, keep them in the gear down position with the gears on the model. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model off the stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. All right, the seating configuration. The Etihad Airways Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft seats 336 passengers in a two-class configured cabin layout. All right, everyone, here is the breakdown from rows 5 to 12, which will be from here to about right here. You have 32 business class suites, and rows 15 to 49, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You had an additional 304 standard economy class seats, which brings a total of 336 seats. And finally, Etihad Airways currently utilizes this aircraft. I had previously utilized this aircraft, the Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, on routes from Abu Dhabi to worldwide destinations such as Amsterdam Schiphol, Bahrain, Beijing Capital, Beijing Daxing, Brussels Belgium, Cairo Egypt, Chennai India, Delhi India, Dublin Ireland, Frankfurt Germany, Kuala Lumpur Malaysia, Jeddah Saudi Arabia, London Heathrow, Manchester England, Milan Malpensa, Munich Germany, Nagoya Japan via Beijing Daxing, Osaka Kansai, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Rome Fiumicino, Seoul Incheon, Shanghai Pudong, Tokyo Narita, and Vienna, Austria. Those are the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model. If you can find it, your only outside chance of getting this model as we speak is on eBay, because I can tell you right now, majority of dealers are pretty much sold out of this model. So if you can get your hands on it, please do so. Highly recommend it. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. And above all, everyone, please stay safe out here. Peace.